Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about how to use cognitive behavioral therapy. This is definitely one of the most strongly researched for a therapeutic approach, a therapeutic intervention. And doctors will often encourage clients to seek CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy with a counselor. So what the heck is it and how do you use it? So today we're going to talk about what is CBT, how you can use it, and then we're going to add in a little Kelsey flair. So as always, if you find this video helpful, please hit the like button. Feel free to hit the bell for notifications or subscribe, and you'll be notified whenever we post new videos. As well, I always love to hear from you. If this is helpful, amazing. If it's not, please let me know as well. And if you're looking for any other information about counseling that I can offer in a safe way virtually over YouTube, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you and offer anything I can to support you and your healing journey. Okay, so how to use cognitive behavioral therapy. We're going to start with one of the more typical traditional forms of CBT. So this, we have thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Yes, I did a spelling error. I'm okay with admitting I'm not a great speller, and I didn't want to waste a whole piece of paper. So that's me, Go Green from BC over here. So usually there's a triangle in the middle, and basically what this means is our thoughts impact our emotions impact our thoughts impact our behavior impacts our thoughts, our emotions impact our behavior, and our behavior impact our emotions. So oftentimes we'll see it with triangles going both, or arrows going both ways in the triangle like this. And it's really important to acknowledge that there isn't a specific order that you can go in. We will go through it in one order just because that's easier when I'm teaching a tool. But it's important to note that the interdependence between these two goes both ways and goes both ways and goes both ways. So it's not thoughts only impact emotions. Our emotions definitely impact our thoughts as well. So how to use this tool? Let's think of a situation. Let's think of being at home on the holidays. Maybe you were feeling lonely or a little bit low, and you were trying to get a hold of some people, some of your tribe, but you couldn't get a hold of them. And so you were feeling a bit alone in the cold, dark winter by yourself. So let's say that that's the scenario. So what are some thoughts that you might have in that situation? No one likes me. That's something that I definitely hear a lot is when we feel alone, we think it means that nobody likes us. And so what my emotions might be, I might feel sad, I might feel lonely, and my behavior might be to actually isolate and retreat more. So what we can use this tool for is looking at our behaviors and how they're impacted by our thoughts and our emotions. So instead of thinking nobody likes me, what's something else that I could think? I could think maybe other people are busy, maybe other people are feeling isolated, maybe everybody's kind of tired at the end of the year. And so when I think about those thoughts, what are some of the emotions that I feel? I might still feel alone, but I might feel less lonely. I might feel more comfortable and kind of soft in my quiet time by myself. And my behavior might be to curl up with a good book or put on a good show and just relax and enjoy that quiet time by myself. So that's essentially, in a nutshell, what CBT is. And it's about understanding the relationship, the interrelationship between our thoughts, emotions, and our behavior. Now, when we add a little bit of Kelsey flair, we're able to see the difference between the outside world and the inside world. I think sometimes what happens is when we are alone and we automatically assume that that's then a part of us and I'm lonely and nobody likes me because being alone means that nobody likes me. And so we can't always untangle the outside event from our inside event. And so what I mean by that is the outside world event is being alone over the holidays, and that outside world event triggers this cascade of experience in our inside world. So the first important step I like to do when using CBT is separating our inside world from the outside world. I think that that's really important. So if we're going to use the same example, Being alone over the holidays, we might still have some of those thoughts, right? Nobody likes me. I'm alone because I have no tribe. So we're going to look at it in the same way. We're going to look at our emotions. Maybe I feel sad and I feel lonely and I feel alone. But I also want to look at what's going on in our body. This is a really important tool. We always have our bodies with us, so why not use it? What's the information that my body is telling me in this moment? Maybe it feels really heavy. Maybe I feel really fatigued and I'm lacking energy and I feel kind of gray and blah. So if that's going on in my body and I have these experiences and my thoughts and my emotions, what are some of the actions that I might do? Now, I choose to use the word actions instead of behavior because I feel like behavior is a very charged word in this world right now. So I just switched that word to action. I feel like it's a little bit less charged, but denotes the same intention, that an action is something that we do, a behavior is something we do. So it's just a switch on the word there. So with all these things going on in our mind, with our thoughts and our emotional body and our physical body, what's something that we might do if we're feeling heavy and lonely and sad and like nobody likes us? And then what we do is we choose to hunker down and feel low and kind of isolate, and we retreat more. And so when we do that action, what happens in the outside world? Well, we haven't reached out to anybody, so maybe other people don't reach out to us. We retreat more, and so maybe when somebody does reach out to us, we don't feel like we have the ability or energy to reach out to them. And so we can see how our actions directly impact the outside world. And so then people come to us saying, I'm alone, I have no tribe, I have no community, nobody likes me, nobody wants to spend time with me. And so it can be an opportunity to see how our own actions are impacting our current reality. So this is just a little bit of a switch, but I feel like it's really a powerful switch. So then what we can do when we look at this model of CBT, we can go, okay, so when I do that, when I retreat further, it further divides me from community and from my tribe. So what's a different action I can take? Well, maybe a different action is I can text and reach out to a couple safe people I have. Or I can remember that I am likable, I do have community, and today just might be a day where I'm spending by myself and I put on a comfy outfit and I put on a show and I just hang out by myself and go for a walk in nature, even though it's chilly, so I bundle up. We can choose different actions. And then what's the result of that in the outside world? Well, if I just accept my solitude on that day and I go for a nice walk by myself, I might feel energized. I might say hello to some new friends that I haven't met before, some strangers on the passing by. I might feel in charge of my body. I might feel like I have more energy in my body. I might choose to put on a show and I might have some good laughs because it's not because nobody likes me. It's because I have this time to spend by myself and I can watch a show and a guilty pleasure and just really enjoy it. And how would that impact our outside world when we choose those actions? I really like this model better because I find that changing our thoughts is really, really hard. So if we change our actions, then we can see when I do these things. So if I go for a brisk walk, I choose to bundle up and go outside. How would my thoughts be different? Well, my thoughts might feel lighter. They might not feel like nobody likes me. They might start to recognize that the world's actually really quiet around me and everybody's just spending time by themselves inside. I might start to think that, oh, I am likable. I do have a lot going on for me. And oh, I had that pleasant interaction with that, fellow down the way. And oh, I got to meet a little dog and I feel good. I feel energized in my body. My emotions are more alive. I feel some joy. I had some laughter. So when we use this model of CBT and we look at how the actions impact our inside world, we can then take responsibility, we can take some control of our own experience, and we can choose to change our action. Easy? No, very challenging. When we're in a place where we feel really, really low energy, it's super hard to action anything, which is again why I like to focus on action. That's where we take all the things inside and we make them real, right? We're going to do something about what's going on in our inside world. And so when we choose our actions very wisely, that can also impact the rest of our experience in our inside world. Another step deeper we can go with CBT, if you dare, as we can start to unpack our underlying beliefs. So if we are using that same example that I'm alone on a cold winter night and I think that nobody likes me and my emotions are sad and lonely, my body's feeling heavy, my actions are to retreat further, what are my beliefs in that moment? Perhaps it's that I'm unlikable completely or I'm unlovable completely. Ugh, that's deep, hey? That goes right through me. So then how does that belief impact my action? Well, when I feel like I'm unlovable, I don't really reach out to anybody. I don't really text. If someone texts me, I go, oh, they feel obligated, like they have to. They don't really want to hang out with me. And so we can see how our core beliefs definitely impact our actions, how they impact our emotional body and our physical body, and how they create all these thoughts in our minds. And then we believe these thoughts, and so the cycle continues. So changing a core belief is even harder than changing our action. However, when we start to acknowledge what our core beliefs are, when we start to see them, when we're aware of them, that can be a really powerful tool, because then they can't have the same power over us. So let's say we're in that same situation. We're alone on a cold winter night and we feel like nobody likes us, and we start to feel that cascade of events. Nobody likes me. My friends don't want to hang out with me. My tribe doesn't want to hang out with me. My family doesn't like me. Everyone's only obligated, and that's why they spend time with me. Oh my gosh, I'm in my core belief of I'm completely unlovable. Okay, wow. Thanks for showing up, core belief. You're not very welcome here anymore. I'm gonna show you to the door, and I'm going to choose different. Even though that core belief is going on for me, I'm going to choose differently. I'm going to choose to remember that, my friend Pedro over there really shared that they valued their time with me. And I'm going to choose to believe them. And I'm going to choose to believe when my employer at work said that they thought I did a really great job and that they appreciate my energy in the office, that they genuinely meant that. And so when we choose to believe these evidence that's in the world, we can start to challenge our core beliefs. So we're going to stop there because we got pretty deep in here. And I think that's probably a lot for you to play with and for you to chew on. But let me know what you think. Have you explored CBT before? Have you explored that more traditional model of thoughts, behaviors, and emotions? Or have you explored a model like this? And let me know what you think. I'd love to hear. Until next time, everyone, have a great day.